Hey man, I'm Mac Boney from Kush Thoughts podcast. From basically all parts of Minnesota, Bloomington. You see me around. If you know who I am, basically, who I be. My podcast been doing for about 3 years now. Kush Thoughts podcast. Basically, we talk about black culture. We talk our shit and we keep it real. I don't step on people's toes, step on people's feet with Timberland boots on. I keep it real as much as possible. I don't do no shortcuts. I do uppercuts. My thing is, if I see you doing some fraudulent shit, I'm gonna stand up on it. I don't care if you the biggest name out here from whatever. You can be the biggest mogul, but if I see you doing some shiesty shit, if you got history of it, I'm gonna talk about it. So I don't care if it comes to being blackballed. It's all about telling the truth, because I don't care if it's our own or somebody else. So that's what I think about my thing. For sports, we think, basketball, football. We don't talk too much hockey, basketball, baseball, nothing like that. But that's what we talk about: basketball, football. Keep it real about that. Nothing too much crazy. And we had a little random questions. So I got my homie Gaddafi, aka my homie Ray. He got we got this little talk. He got like a random question during the week, whatever. It go from the top 5 point guard of all time to, favorite hood classic of all time. It go from random from this and that. It all randoms from him. He always a goofy mug, Of course, we got my homie QT, QT question mark. Rapping out here, one of the best rappers in the city. So I feel like one of the creators has been known for about at least.
Best rappers and singers out here.
Yeah, man. Man, boy, be crooning like a monk. He don't see how I'm gonna give him his credit. He be crooning. He doing this on Thug Thizzle. He be doing his thing, man. It's my boy.
That's an accurate description.
Yeah, man. It's one. When people understand, it's like it comes from it's real soul thing, man. It's more of a soul thing. People been doing this for a long time. It's ain't nothing new. Now it's starting to get popularized from artists such as Kent Jams from Overdose and Smino, certain artists like that have started doing that crooning in the past couple of years. So you see like that, and Q got his own spin to it. That's why I fuck with it. So shout out my boy Q. Also, you got my boy Low End, aka Adrian, aka Train. He been doing the known peace murals in the past year. Shout out to him out there doing that for the murals for all the fallen victims in the past year, from George Floyd to my homegirl Patrice, her sister. She was brutally killed by the police also. So there's all situations like that. They all here and they go out here and do beautiful murals, all in random locations, in locations people where they live at. They have them all around. So look them up. They on YouTube, on Instagram. No peace murals. So not known, but they know. I'm high right now, so niggas Kush Thoughts for real. But that's a real shit right now. I'm gonna give my man's make sure he put that on the joint. Known peace murals. Shout out my boy Train. And that's all who I'll do the podcast with.
Yeah. Okay, so break down the members for me again, just their names.
All right, my boy Ray, we call him Gaddafi. My boy Q, QT question mark.
Yep.
And my boy Low End, aka Trans, my boy Adrian.
Yep.
And that's basically the whole crew.
Right. Okay, so I for sure know Q.
Yeah.
And
the Adrian, you probably don't know if you know Adrian at all, but you probably seen of him. He's been around. He basically has been my boy for years.
We follow each other on Instagram.
Yeah, so Train, he been doing all his joints.
Yeah.
So he got his art going on too. So my boy Low End doing his art shit. He got everything going on. Boy, talented, man. Real talented brother.
Right.
Real talented.
Okay. Word. Perfect. Tell me about Bloomington.
Bloomington, man, it's a little mix of pot. It's like a suburb, more of a suburb than anything. Ain't too much of the city. Everybody know of the Mall of America up in there, so that's all everybody know of is the Mall of America in Bloomington. So ain't nothing too much about it. You have your little parts, Shout out to Georgetown. Georgetown's probably the little rough part of Bloomington, and that's right bottom Mall of America, which is funny as hell. That shit right across from the water park. You got this little section of motherfuckers over here. You can go ride motherfuckers. It's crazy as motherfuckers. It's a whole little. Bloomington is funny, man. In the past couple of years, you've seen. From I went to school from everybody, from Somalians, from Asians, to blacks, Latinos. Everybody I went to school with. So it's like. It was a whole little mixing pot, but in the past, once you got in high school, you started to see the difference of everybody. Certain people was embracing that Southern culture, and certain more than the caucasity. But anyway, it was like you had the truckers, you had the blacks, you had the Hispanics. It was like you saw in high school, you saw the section of people was more different. Everybody was cool with each other,
Facts.
But it was points you saw things got a little different. Like even when Obama got elected in '08. Had a little different. You said you felt the tension in the school. You started seeing shit, transpire in in that time, even when Trump got in office after being in high school, I don't got Facebook no more. So if y'all want to hit me up, hit me on Twitter and Instagram. But I don't be on Facebook because a lot of people I went to school with basically be friends on there. I ain't saying nothing bad about
What's
it
it
too
like
much
now,
about
though?
I ain't been out there in years.
There you
You know,
go.
I've been out there for a little. I go out there maybe here and there, but for what I've seen, it's steady police just patrolling, just trying to find something to do. You know, like they always do. Like I got hassled one time for just motherfucking I was smoking a black and mild coming from work. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing my music out loud on my phone, not too loud, but and they come pull up on me and like making sure, like, what's that in your hand? I'm like, it's a black and mild. They're like, oh, I'm trying to make sure it's not a blunt. I'm just like, if it was, the fuck problem is I'm doing? Like, I'm gonna go rob some other, hit this motherfucker blunt. Like, nigga, it's not no dip blunt, nigga. This is straight, you know what I'm saying? But if it's a black and mild, what the fuck am I doing wrong? It's just like, police out there they find a way to do something. Same with Richfield police, same way. They're real tough out there. They don't really get spoke on about, but they got their parts. And, you know, West Bloomington, that's kind of like the uppity part of Bloomington, you must say, you know, because the schools were different. From Kennedy High School and Jefferson High School, those are different cultures, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had the prep boys out there in Jefferson, and you had like the kids coming from Minneapolis or Richfield and at Kennedy, you know what I'm saying? So it was definitely a different cultures at different schools. So I made sure I went to Kennedy because I was like, no, my sisters went there, you know what I'm saying, growing up. So I basically know everybody from freshman year, from the seniors, you know what I'm saying, my freshman year, because they knew my cousins and shit like that. So
Yeah.
I was the funny big nigga. That's why I was. I was a funny goofy big nigga always.
That's
you know what I'm saying.
funny.
So people know me type shit.
Everyone gotta find a way, man.
Yeah, Bloomington is just. It ain't nowhere to. If you going to Mall of America, I'm born and raised here. It ain't nowhere to go, really. I'm gonna keep it real.
It's just Bloomington.
Facts.
Can you tell me about like Minnesota, like from an outsider, like someone who isn't from here?
I mean,
You know,
right now, especially in the past year, you've seen Minnesota in a different light if you did before, because no one really knew of Minnesota. As you were seeing on Twitter, you was like, "Who the fuck Minnesota? What the fuck Minnesota got going on up there?" But once George Floyd happened, you know, it's been more murders up in here, tragedy. You know what I'm saying? For Orlando, no one really talked about. But once George hit and everybody saw it, that's why I think it just really changed the whole aspect of Minnesota. Minnesota, man, it's a war zone. It feels like. It's a lot of people that you know from. You don't really know who's who. It's a lot of camouflage. You know what I'm saying? That's the one part about it. Like, it's people, even people you know. And I'm just saying, from different races. It's not even saying like from different cultures. It's just, I think right now it's it's tension in the air, and I feel like people don't really want to stand up on it. People know about it, but it's a thick ass smog in the air of that bullshit that people don't even want to talk about. And I feel like we should talk about it because it's here. Because it's a majority white state. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's a lot of black folks came from Gary, Indiana, come from Chicago, they come from Mississippi, they come from, you know what I'm saying, New Orleans, they come from all different parts. It's like people don't even want to talk about it because like it's been happening since the late 80s. You know, a lot of black folks came up here, well, the 60s and all that. They came up here just to make a better life, get more money, get more help financially. But once you see all this shit in the past couple of years, you've been dealing with it because you've been dealing with the fake smiles and the fake, you know, whatever. But now, Minnesota is a place where you can't really come to right now and expect to be like, oh, this is a good place to come to right now. I feel like just off the balance of the racial, I feel like it's racial tension up here people don't want to speak of, because even when I went out in Apple Valley back in election day, you seen Trump motherfuckers out there with the signs in front of canes and shit going crazy. You know what I'm saying? You weren't seeing that at all. But once he was finna get all this shit going, you seeing the Capitol getting all this shit. You seeing motherfuckers different views. You seeing motherfuckers with the Blue Lives Matter flags in front of their house. People don't want to speak on it because, you know, I got different views about that shit. And I'm going to tell you to your face, that shit ain't right. So right now I feel like Minnesota is a place where it's, like I said, there's a lot of issues people don't want to speak up on, and they have to. And we got to stand up to it because for where it goes to a boiling point where it goes too crazy because, you know, with Chauvin getting charged, you know, that's a really good thing that he finally got charged, you know, got that situated, but let's see how long he get in jail. That's the one thing I want to see about it once he gets sentenced. That's the one thing because all that really has been the big thing in the past year. It's really had, you see this side and that side now in Minnesota, far from what you saw from years ago. You know, so up here before, it was a cool place. You come get your money at. Nice way to raise your family, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You had different cultures from North Minneapolis. It was straight. But then you starting to see it once you get older. My generation, you started seeing when they get older. And then you know, I see the Trump shit come around. You start seeing this. People went to school and got different tile. Oh yeah, Trump, this, okay, bet. You know what I'm saying? So once that happened, Minnesota kind of just flipped. And it didn't become, I feel like, a place where I feel like it's a lot of minorities up here doing a lot of things, which is dope, but I feel like it's not really getting published about.
There's definitely a divide. I feel like that's what we were kind of talking about earlier. Like, how do we reach that audience? And it's like, wait, do we need that audience? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which like kind of leads me to my second question, which is where are you in your career with the podcast? You know what I mean? Like, what are your wishes for it? What are your
wishes for
you know
right now?
Yeah.
In my going in my third year.
Yep.
Get the merch going. Definitely get my cause like I want to get a YouTube page, but for too much to where I speak about, I know I'm gonna get my shit monetized. I'm gonna get my shit just tempered a bit, cause I ain't gonna really go too crazy where I'm just offending somebody. It's just more of me just we up in there we being rude, smoking weed, we sitting there talking the realest thing possible. We not sitting biting our tongues. We not going to the next level. But at the same time, we just keeping it authentic. That's one thing I feel like my shit on there, I don't feel like it will blend too well. So I feel like with me, I'm trying to get my shit just like clips. I get clips on my page of the podcast type shit. And get everything more pushed and just trying to get more just visuals of it, because every one of the audio has been going on for 3 years and it's been dope. I've been, from interviewing from rappers Blue, producer Camouflage Monk from Griselda Records. Stuff like that is just like, it's just been a big thing for me, just even person that just came in this game and just say, hey, I'm gonna go over here and just do my thing, do my twist to it. So just growing up and seeing everything, I feel like where I wanna go to now the next level to get more artists, locally, big artists that's locally. I wanna collab more with more podcasts in the state, in the cities wide. Shout out to Rap Nerds Podcast, Say No More. Shout out to Black Bliss Podcast, you know what I'm saying? I want to really work with them more so we can get different, views about things. Our podcast, we don't need to be biased. We have different views from everybody. But I want to have more work with people like that, just people of color, and get more visuals out there of my people, of our podcast type thing, get that out there going. And just basically working with more bigger artists, hopefully, you know what I'm saying? I can just find out, my luck of the thing is going on Twitter and just randomly, you know what I'm saying, tagging some artists I fuck with and be like, hey, I'm trying to do a podcast with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then randomly like that, bam, it happens, So I want to get more people on there, just more artists, more people locally, and even people not even just making music. I want people that do merch. You do like goddamn, you do clothing, you have your own visual arts, you have your own, whatever you do, you paint. I want you on my show. Just basically don't feel like you have to come up there and feel pressure or feel like you don't belong. This we gonna make it feel comfortable for you. We ain't gonna sit here and not be ourselves. We gonna still be ourselves, but we want you to come on there and we all network together so we can all build something for this state. I feel like it's a lot of beautiful, brilliant minds up here that no one really talks about. And I want to get that work together. And I feel like we all should. I feel like we get that exposure for us because we don't gotta go we shouldn't have to go nowhere else. Sadly, with it seems like that at times you have to go somewhere else to get everything pushed, to get everything get known and notoriety and everything. But I feel like if we all branch together and work together, ain't nothing can stop us.
Yeah, that is what I was gonna ask. Like, what do you see coming for the state? Like, I know you kind of previewed it right there, but how far are you willing to go with that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
just reach out much as more possible artists. Just keep pressure, not even pressure them, but just keep hitting them up as much as possible. Like, hey man, want to work with you.
Sometimes it feels that way though, doesn't it?
It does feel like you have to pressure someone and just annoy someone to the point. And I don't want to do that to you. Just want to say, if you don't want to work with me, just say that. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, if we all in the same business, we all same up in here, the people of color, and get this thing going. Why in the hell we don't work together? Cause we can all bring our certain little touches to something. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like. People gotta understand, like, hey, do this. Like, hey man, I can bring my little twist to it. Everybody can bring their own little. It's like gumbo. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Everybody bring their little flavor to it. It's all it is. People gotta understand this. Just working together and not step on each other's toes and try to get where we gotta go. You don't gotta push the man. You don't gotta push nobody else down to get where you gotta go. If you don't see that person making a move or making that work, you're just saying it. and not making the moves, it's a totally different story. If you got that person saying, hey man, this dude, he's just saying, he's not doing nothing, they understand you want to work with that person. But you see a person that's actually trying to get everything going, you know you have the network, you have people out here, you know, you have the resources. Let's link together, man, like a chain, man. Let's see what's go. Let's see where this go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing we can do is see where this go. Because only thing we can do is fail. All thing we can do is success. You know what I'm saying? Being success.
Or stay the same.
You know what I'm saying? And
Which
what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen up here if we all link together? You know what I'm saying? Because we all just basically look at each other crazy now. But I was dope when we did the thing with you, with the collaboration podcast.
Yeah.
Because I never met them before. I followed them on, you know, on Instagram. I never seen them before. I know Maria, but I didn't know if anyone else podcast. I knew of it, but I never met them before. You know what I'm saying? That right there was like, oh, that's beautiful, bro. Like that felt like, you know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn. Like it's one of the big, you know what I'm saying, working with goddamn all the big producers all coming together, come on one album, you know what I'm saying? But it felt like, bro, like got into Avengers. We can't be stopped. We all work together, bro.
That's what we're gonna keep doing.
That's all we got to. We cannot sit here and just keep letting that fork in the road get in our way. Because no way in hell we got this big ass truck and that motherfucking fork can't stop us. All you gotta do is move around it.
The topic was on point too. She said mental health.
And man, and that's one thing we got. I think really what we got to also do, especially as black men, myself, we have to speak on that because there's a lot of trauma growing. People have trauma from growing up, things they see. Because you got trauma right now, seeing this shit on TV
every time.
You know what I'm saying? Like the past couple, we've been seeing all these deaths in the past since Trayvon Martin, man. It's been a real terrible situation for colored people in America. It's been like that for a long time, but for our generation, it's been a lot of death that we've been seeing on TV.
The media wanted to grab onto it now and say, "Oh, we want that." Like what?
They pick and choose what to talk about.
Oh, me.
They pick and choose what to talk about. When it's election year, that's when the news. That's why you can't pay attention to the news. You gotta pay attention to the streets.
Facts.
And then people think, well, oh, the streets doing the gangsters. No, the streets is totally different. That's why people don't understand it. Don't speak on shit you don't understand. It's all about the streets is the people coming together. These neighborhoods coming together. It ain't about coming together fucking up shit. It's all making sure y'all not fucking up shit for us. We tired of this shit. Especially, I know for my generation, we tired of motherfucking coming around marching. We tired of crime. We tired of sitting here holding our head down. I don't do that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because my family comes from the South. You know, my mom and dad grew up in, you know what I'm saying, Jim Crow laws. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the most despicable time for black America right there. You know what I'm saying? The South, you getting taught nothing. They grew up in Lexington, Mississippi, and still made their way to come up here and make it work. Well, I'm here right now, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to keep that message going for them because my pops, he a real vocal person too, you know what I'm saying, for what he is. And I take that branch for myself saying, I know all this shit, I'm not finna bite my tongue for nothing because he never did with himself. So I'm going to do that I'm going to speak on for the people, for the voices, the ones that can't speak up for themselves. You know, people can't respond on social media, but I'm going to do it with my voice. I ain't finna do it with the click-clacks. I'm going to go with my voice. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go with action.
It's more powerful.
It is, you know what I'm saying, once you hear it. Because you can, like I said, people think about it, you know, even when you talk to your girl, it's different over a text message when she texts you something. You think she upset. Because she can say, oh, I'm good. But you hear over the phone, it's much different. You know what I'm saying? You think, oh, shit, you thinking the whole time, like, damn, she all right? Like, hold up, did I do something wrong? Like, I need the motherfucking food out too long? Like, what I do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a total difference between, you know what I'm saying, it's totally different seeing that goddamn text and goddamn seeing
and
goddamn
the
hearing the
difference
audio.
between the in voice and in person too, you know.
In person is
One
totally
thing I
different.
would love to see you do like a live event as well, you know. Like
I feel like I can do that, man.
Yeah.
I feel like just for us, I think my thing is I can just do some little TED talk, whatever, because I can just ramble about whatever.
Right.
That's my thing is.
Oh, great idea. Yeah.
I can just sit up in here and just ramble about whatever from goddamn current events, from shit from back in the day. I ain't gonna say pop culture, you know, I have a lot of goddamn pop culture knowledge or whatnot. But I just grew up in that era. Like I grew up in the mid-90s, early 2000s, you know what I'm saying? Like that's my era, like, you know what I'm saying, the mid-2000s, you know what I'm saying, 2010s, when I was in high school, you know what I'm saying, type shit. Like, that was my era. So I knew all that shit. And I went back. I was the kind of person to go back on things. I always wanted to know what the hell was going on before me. I've always been like, even when I was in kindergarten, I was reading third grade history books.
Okay, yeah, so we're similar on that.
So like, That's why I was like, my thing was I just wanted to know what the hell was happening because I knew what the hell is different between me and this white kid? I'm black. It's a little bit different. I ain't gonna say it's privilege, but I'm gonna say I want to know what's different behind it because something happened. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to go what the hell they taught me. You know what I'm saying? What they taught you, because they ain't really teach you in Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? I learned about Marcus Garvey in first grade, and I went for my teacher at all.
Yeah.
I asked him about that in the second grade. I was like, hey man, why y'all speak about goddamn Sojourner Truth and Marcus Garvey and Frederick Douglass? Y'all just speak about goddamn Martin Luther King and y'all barely talk about Malcolm X. Y'all just say whatever. You just he's all right. Like,
Please, come on, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna speak the truth. They ain't gonna speak the truth. They don't want to.
Well, I'm a
It's his
substitute
story.
teacher
Shout out to
right now.
Public Enemy.
That shit is the worst, man.
It is, man. But definitely, man, for our city though, I really want this state to really prosper, bro, for real. I really want us to win.
Respect.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to do, because I want to see, every time I see someone doing something big, they get any kind of goal they reach, just love seeing it. You know what I'm saying? That adds motivation towards me.
Yeah.
Don't add hate, 'cause add hate to your heart, you ain't gonna last here too long.
That means you got the
I
wrong brain.
smoke too much weed to hate on any goddamn body, bro.
Wait a
Like,
second.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I can't do that.
No. No, I need you to keep doing what you're doing too. Every time I see it's inspiring, you know.
Hey man, I try to, bro. Just any time I just get in front of that microphone, that's why I feel at peace. Cause that's why I feel like, you know, I can go on Twitter. I don't really tweet. I retweet more shit than I tweet. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I can go on that microphone. And
I can see you being like a juggernaut. You know what I'm saying? Like really moving the needle when it comes to like people's perspective on Minnesota. You know.
We gotta change that, man, because motherfuckers up here did not know of black folks up here. They was like, "There's niggas in Minnesota." It was like, "There's niggas in Minnesota." I was like,
It's crazy,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, man, moved up, like from, especially like I said, from me growing up, I saw a lot of people move, like I said, from Chicago, Gary, Indiana, especially when Hurricane Katrina hit. A lot of people came from New Orleans, you know what I'm saying, everything.
More people every time. It's bigger than Atlanta here. Like there's more people here than in Atlanta.
Like you think about it, look at the East African culture we have here.
There's an entire community that.
Come on, man, we
care.
have the biggest. I think we have the biggest population of East Africans here, don't we?
In the country.
So it's like that right there. It doesn't get talked about, but they just see us as this is 10,000 lakes in the Mall of America. But it's like it's so much more. Go down Minneapolis, man. Go down Lake Street and get some food. Go down there and just. You know, right now you won't get no shit right now 'cause you see the whole burning all the shit down fucked up. But whatever, man. It's just like Minnesota has so much mental power.
And even you can still even find some spots like damn. Like,
come on, man. There's some good food spots up here. It's like different spots, you know. Like it's. I feel like people don't really talk about it because you know we're in the middle. Like we're really literally by Chicago. Chicago really overshadows the motherfucker too.
Yeah, it's hard to find.
That really
kind of like a nice secret though in that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sometimes I just don't even want to tell people, like, you know what, let me just chill.
I tell them that because when I even lived in Mississippi, I lived in Jackson, Mississippi for 3 years. So when I told them I lived in Mississippi, I was from Minnesota, they was like, what the fuck, Minnesota? What the fuck you doing down here? I'm like, motherfucker, you act like I came for choice. I did not come for choice at all, you know what I'm saying? Like, even living down there, it was a different culture shock, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just seeing things differently. So it was dope for me growing up seeing that. Just knowing, I knew it was out there,
like,
but I wanted.
Okay.
I knew it was out there, but I'm like, I'm in it. Oh shit, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? It's like, let's see where we go. But you see the difference in everything, from the community, from the school system. Definitely the school system. That was the sad part in Mississippi. That was.
That's not even like really comparable. Yeah.
Man, it was sad. Like the teachers didn't give a fuck. Like. It was one teacher
like,
though. Shout out my science teacher, 7th grade year, Mr. Thomas. I don't know, he probably never see this, but it's my dude. He was the only real teacher at that school. But besides that, man, there was a lot of people come for their check, bro. They even said themselves, I can't get my check.
I'm so lucky that I like enjoy teaching, man. Yeah.
And that's why I salute you for it too, man, doing that, man, because you got to teach the babies, man. Teach the baby. That's our future.
Yeah.
People gotta understand that the children are our future, man.
The segue into the final question.
Yes,
what is
sir.
the future that you hope for? What is the future that you expect?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
In the future, man, I really want, like, once we hopefully get weed up here legalized in the next couple of years, bro, because I want to have my own little Kush Cave, you know what I'm saying? Have motherfuckers come up, I record my podcast there, people come up and see a live show type shit. Just like a whole little venue scenery with everybody coming up in there doing their shit. Everybody can record there. That'd be our space.
Set
you
it
can record,
up.
do whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, working people doing shit like that.
It could really be a spotlight too.
Hell yeah. Just give me a spot like that.
The way you said Kush Cave, that shit
Come on,
really
man.
blasted me off into another like perspective too. You know, I like that.
That's why I call the spot we record at the Kush Cave
It's
anyway.
already
So let's get that for real. Let's get that spot where we can all come kick it at. You got the games in the background, get something to eat. You can get your food, get your drinks, you get your right drink, you get your juices, you get everything healthy. But at the same time, you get your little cheat, whatever. But you get it's different menus, you know what I'm saying. But you can get your Kush there too. You know what I'm saying? It's like a dispensary /
One there
restaurant
for
type
get
shit.
it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If that ever happened up here, but shit like that will happen. But I really want to do is work with I want to work with bigger podcasters too, just like out in these other states. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what you had said, but I appreciate you like bringing it into one.
Because right now I want to get that. That's the first thing I want to do. Before I even do anything of that, I want to get everything here, locked up and linked up. So when I can get to the point where we have, because you know what I'm saying, all we can do is work together. You know what I'm saying? We can't be only thing can destroy us is us. They can destroy as much as they want to, but we can sit here and put as much effort we can and get our shit out. Because I know one thing about my shit is I'm gonna keep going as much as possible. I know where I want to go to. I know where I'm gonna lead to. I know exactly where I want to my audience I want to reach. And I know I feel like I have potential to do such things as whatever working with for other people. I want to start doing like random, like I want to do like skits like the popular skits. But I have like goddamn I want to do reenactments of goddamn black classic movies and shit, like, you know what I'm saying, the Doughboy scene, the Boys in the Hood, he's talking to Trey. You know what I'm saying? But I can't do that on TikTok, because TikTok bullshitted me. These niggas banned damn near me twice on 3 videos I put up there. And I don't want to be there doing nothing but just...
Yeah, they got race issues for sure.
It's some shit. Motherfuckers talking shit. Fuck TikTok. But my thing is I want to work with like I want to be in the same, like the light where Deezus and Mero, like that's what I really look at right now. I see them. Like Deezus and Mero right now, where they at is like really dope for me.
Tell me why. Let me bring this full circle for when I was in South by Southwest with Fats, we were just walking down the street, and this was 2014.
Oh, yep.
Before Deezus and Mero, right? And 2 dudes, all of a sudden they pull us to the side, like, and they start interviewing Fats. And it was 3 years, 4 years later, I see they got a fucking show on MTV and shit. I'm like, bro, I got pictures on my old camera, like, of that interview from the second, before it was Deezus and Mero. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now they on Showtime. They got their show on Showtime. They got their own podcast. Right. They was on Vice before.
On everything.
You know what I'm saying? Like, working with that lane, that right there is just like motivation right there. You know what I'm saying? Recipes Combat Jack. Like, that was one, also a person I looked up to in the podcast game. Taxstone, free Taxstone from New York. He was.
I can't say I know either of them, but honestly, like, it doesn't really matter, like, because of what we were saying before too about like you don't need everyone. You know.
And think about all those people right there. They all work together. That's New York. All people right there is from New York, and they all work together to get to where they at now. Sadly, Combat Jack is not here with us anymore. You know, and Taxstone. Yeah, he's a real street nigga, one thing. Taxstone was a real nigga, but some shit happened with him that he's not, you know, he locked up right now, free Taxstone.
Golly.
But seeing Deezus and Mero where they at right now.
That shit's crazy, right?
It's dope, you know what I'm saying? And like, I feel like one thing is I want to go on a bigger platform and not change my shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like next couple weeks.
And that's what they did. I feel like
and they have their lane at the podcast, and they have this shit what they can do on, you know, TV and type shit. Which is cool.
On TV you could do what you do, but like I get the same raw personality that I felt outside of the hot dog stand in Texas that I get out through the TV. You know what I'm saying?
That's all it is, man. They don't
personality.
Give me.
That's why I fuck with you.
And that's what it is with me. All the shit with me is you just get the mixture of this cold ass Minnesota weather and a mixture of my mom and dad from being from Mississippi. You get that dirt from the South, and you get that mixed together, and you just get who I am, that flavor. You get that. That's someone that's embedded in it. I ain't no consumer of the game or the culture. I'm embedded with this. You know what I'm saying? I come from this. I bleed this culture. I love this culture to the point where I want to speak up on it and get to people who actually know what the fuck's going on that came before us. Because even for the younger kids, they don't know about certain artists. They don't know about EPMD. They don't know about Public Enemy. They don't know about certain artists like that was actually, well, especially Public Enemy. They were speaking about shit. X-Clan. They were actually speaking about goddamn, like, historical prophets, you know what I'm saying? Like, up in here, like, they speak about Marcus Garvey, Freddie Hampton, the Black Panther Party. They're speaking all about this in their music, where now it's just diluted with bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The only thing, the consumer don't consume shit. Ain't no substance in music no more. Only thing is substance now is they taking it. The point is, if I can't get to a point or a platform where I can't get my shit going, I'm going to get my own shit going. And that's why I want to work people up here. You know, all the podcasts up here, we make our own goddamn network. Get our own visuals out there, get our own shit going, you know what I'm saying? Because there's so many ways you can make money nowadays. It all take money to make money.
This shit is tiring, but I see a light, you know?
Mm-hmm. It could be there, man. It could really be there. People, all you gotta do is just link up, brother. Keep it links.
Yeah.
Link up one time.
I can't do this shit alone, man. Not at all. So as soon as you reached out to me, I was like, yep.
That's all I can do. Like I said, all you can do is social. I'm gonna get your number after this too. Absolutely. Make sure I get your number after, but like just reach out to people, bro. Make sure you link up with everybody to get your shit going because it ain't that hard to get shit going, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I said, I was smoking a bowl in my crib starting this podcast. Now look where I'm at. You know, so I'm 3 years deep in it, and I love every single week. I'm looking forward to every single Sunday. Kush Thoughts Sunday. That's why I say every time I wake up, Sunday. Let's get it. Trying to get this podcast, get in my mode. That's what I'm saying. It's all me.
Minnesota shit.
It's, hey, people know about it. You know what I'm saying? Get our shit going. People know about it. It's Minnesota. We out here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go nowhere else and fake the funk. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I love the West Coast. You know, so I got the Cube shirt on. It's the second time I got a Cube shirt on. You goddamn shit. But I love the West Coast. I love, that whole Cali culture, like the 90s, West Cali. I love that shit. Just like Boys in the Hood, Men's Society, all that culture like that, just like that was embedded in me from a younger age. So that's who I kind of get people. Are you from here? Where you from? Chicago? You from?
I had to ask. Yeah.
Hey man, I ain't gonna say sadly I'm born and raised here. I live in different places, but I can't sit here and fake I ain't from here. That's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So can't sit here and hate up on it, but we gotta make changes up here in Minnesota for real. Get these laws going, get the police reform situated, get all these pigs that had all involved in the killing of George Floyd. We want them all locked up, all 3 of them. Get justice for everybody. Rest in peace to Dante White, man. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible, bro. It's terrible. I just, even in the past couple of weeks of the podcast, we've been saying so much trauma at the end. Like, in the beginning, we've been saying, oh, rest in peace, this person, rest in peace. It's like, damn, again? Like right after the Chauvin case, you see what happened in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that. It's heartbreaking. Can't even get a slight of joy without getting bitch slapped by this fucking system. And I'm not going for it. Cause if they can't shut me, they can't shut me up. That's the one thing about me. I speak for. You ever seen a movie called Petey Green? He was in Washington D.C. He was a radio guy in D.C. and he kept it just real as hell, cussing on the goddamn radio station. He was up in here it was a ride after Martin Luther King died, and he was on the radio and tried to calm the city down.
I try to keep it no limit on here too, like, cause that would be the goal, like to have people just come through and say whatever's on their mind.
Come on, man, like, I really wanted to just like, that's really one of my big inspirations too, that right there. I want to make sure I can speak to my people. I ain't gonna sit here, I ain't gonna be no goddamn, I ain't no Martin Luther King Jr., I ain't no Malcolm X, but I know one thing, I'm gonna speak up for y'all. And I ain't gonna say I have to, because I want to, because I'm tired of this bullshit.
How old was Malcolm? He didn't even make it to be that old, did he?
Malcolm wasn't that old, and same with Martin. You know what I'm saying? Just they all in the 60s. Think about the 60s. Everyone that tried to change anything in this country for us, for people of color, they were all killed they were all killed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because there was a point where it could have really shifted. Like,
things could have changed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so much things people don't know that history. They don't, because they sweep under the rug. Like they gonna have to. I've been hearing certain schools are telling these kids that slaves were indentured servants.
Oh, trust me, bro. I look at some of these posters at school. I'm like,
come on, man.
Is that what it was an agreement? Like where? I don't remember that part. Like
it don't make no sense to me. Like how the hell do you sit up in here and the audacity to sit up in here and say, hey, this is what happened? No, it's not.
Minnesota shit again.
That too, you know what I'm saying? But the one thing too, I think it's a Minnesota shit too, where everything going up here, but it's a whole country shit too we gotta change. A lot of things in this country gotta change up too. A lot of shit has to equal up for us before we actually make any kind of get happiness in this country. We can't. Yeah. It's been, people want to talk about looters and all the looters and all that shit. Y'all looted this fucking country. What was the Boston Tea Party?
That's like,
you know what I'm saying? Like
that's like saying like if there's a whole, fire in the oven and there's like a crumb on the floor and you like point the crumb out.
They want to sit here. That's why I'm saying America's trying to hide that stain, man, under that goddamn rug.
You forgot about the oven, bro.
I'm telling you, dog. They're trying to hide that fucking stain like it's not there. You
like
guys.
Put the crumb.
That's what it is.
I'm like, y'all are talking about the crumb.
the fucking crumb. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, telling you, man.
Trust me, Brent. I don't even know where to start. That's why I try to zoom in on Minnesota. You know.
We got to change shit here. We can't change everything everywhere else. We got to change shit here. And things been fucking up in the past couple of years, and we got to change shit here. I want this police reform shit to get going. They have to get this shit situated.
I want people to look at Minnesota like, oh, like that's how they did it. Like
they switched the shit up. We getting looked at. People love, and I think for more of us black folks, people loving us right now for what we did last summer. What they did last summer.
That shit changed shit around the whole world.
Thank you.
That shit set out protests tonight.
And that's why I think one part about. I'm gonna still retract from earlier when I was saying like people was looking at us in that point. So it's a war zone right now, but people are looking at us. Also, one point is y'all did something that sparked it. Even though it took George Floyd's life to be taken, sadly, from us to get the revolution started, y'all started something, and they scared now because every time you look around, when some shit go down, when these people fuck up, they ready to board some shit up because they know we not finna sit up in here and bite out. We not finna sit here and hide no more. We tired of this. You know what I'm saying? So, and you got all these cops up in here bringing National Guards, making this shit look like it's Call of Duty. Nah, fuck that. They don't take that point for that. I'm going to tell you right now. I was down there. I didn't go the night of when the precinct got burned down. I was in Nicollet Mall. And I was linked up. I literally was at the crib watching everything on my phone. Yeah. I was seeing everything burn. And I just walked down University Avenue in St. Paul. And I just saw a couple of people say, we going downtown Minneapolis? I'm like, I bet. Rolled in with some dude. He was from Houston. Mm-hmm. He just moved up here. Literally the same, almost the damn same similar story to George Floyd. Oh. Rolled down there, he playing Scarface on a ride there, telling me his whole story. He just sitting there, we all locking up. All black men, right. OGs, from the young cats, locked up, armed, locked up. We didn't get, once everybody started getting, mace and everything, that's when we got, when I say we dispersed and everything, but just seeing that moment, everybody was locked up. And just, it brought a tear to my eye. You know, we all locked arms, we stood there together.
I just looked at the pictures the other day, man. I mean, that was a year ago. Mm-hmm. Like what, a couple days ago?
Yeah, and it'll be, with the George Floyd shit, the killing, it was on Memorial Day, wasn't it?
I don't remember, but I looked at my phone and it said like a year ago I had pictures of the protest. Mm-hmm. So I was like,
yeah, man. It's been a wild year up here. So it's like outside Minnesota, but like one thing we are getting looked at as is we getting looked at as saying y'all started something, and we appreciate y'all for speaking up. Cause we got to also, cause we can't sit up here and just stand by this shit, let this shit go. I was happy to see a worldwide protest. Wasn't just in certain cities, it was a worldwide protest, and that right there sparked something. But right now, Minnesota, man, it's shit. You don't know what it's just like I said. It could be. Once that lit match get fucking stricken to fucking street, you never know what the fuck might happen. Mm. Because it's so much, like I said, so much tension and they don't know what to speak about. But we just hope for the future, man. For I know going through Kush Thoughts podcast, we gonna be here for the people. That's what I'm gonna make sure for every single time. That's what I'm here for. It's for the people. Speak the truth.
Me.
Like my motto, don't step on toes, step on feet. Put Timberland boots on. That's what I'm here for. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Type shit.